Welcome to the October edition of Special Olympics Rhode Island Magazine. My name is Michael Bullock. Joining me now is Adam Johnson, Manager of Sports Training and Coaches Education for Special Olympics Rhode Island. Welcome to the show, Adam.
Thank you for having me, Michael. I appreciate seeing you again.
Yeah, good to see you as well. Can you give me a wrap-up of what summer sports were like this year?
Summer sports were very smooth this year, Michael. You know, it's one of our slower times of the year. We try not to be too heavy on programming after the state summer games every year at URI. So we did offer our Unified Softball League this year, which was our league format, and we also had a skills competition that was going on. We had about 450 participants overall in that program this year, which was great. And we also offered our golf program. We had our golf skills program, and our intermediate golfers, they all participate at Buttonhole. And then we have our advanced golfers going on at Goddard Park and at King's Crossing. And we had beautiful weather this year, which was awesome. So very smooth summer, and we're really excited to get back started up again this fall with more programs.
And hopefully the weather will cooperate during the fall.
Yeah, it was a little tough for us at times this summer with Mother Nature wanting to rain on softball Mondays, but you know, we're hopeful that we'll have more luck this fall.
Yeah. So what sports are being offered this fall?
Well, we do have a ton going on right now. So we do have our soccer season going on. It's traditional soccer, and that will be wrapping up at Colt State Park in the first weekend of October. We'll then be offering unified basketball, our most popular sport that we offer in Rhode Island, with usually the highest number of athletes and partners and volunteers that we'll see throughout the year. We do also offer our tennis program. It's a statewide program, and we offer traditional duck pin bowling. And then on top of that, we'll also be having our fall festival back at Bryant University this year, and we also have the SO College program that will be starting up again pretty soon.
Yeah, sounds like a pretty active fall sports season for you guys.
Absolutely, we love it. The fall is a very good time to be a part of Special Olympics Rhode Island.
Yeah. Can you tell me more about what the fall festival is and where and when it will be held?
Sure. So Fall Festival is actually one of the biggest events that we host annually in Special Olympics Rhode Island, and it's really a great way to show off our partnership with Bryant University, which is where it's held. It will be on Sunday, October 30th this year at Bryant University, and the volunteers, most of which are going to be student athletes of the Bryant University campus. They facilitate all the different venues, they handle all the competitions, they'll be at the award stands, and we offer 4 different competitions at the Fall Festival. We offer unified flag football for our 5-on-5 league. We also have our flag football skills competition, which is usually part of our unified juniors program as well. We'll also be having our unified bocce competition, and for only the second time ever, we'll also be offering unified cornhole. And it's really a great time. It's only the second event that we offer in Rhode Island that has multiple sports going on and has the most teams that show up other than state summer games. So we're really looking forward to another great year. We just had one of our first meetings the other day for the event, and we're excited to be back on Bryant campus again.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure you're happy to have the fall festival back. I mean, especially after what we had to go with COVID the past few years.
And we got a little nervous last year because our fall festival had to be delayed 2 weeks because of weather. But we were still able to get back on campus. Everybody had a great time. We had great weather, and we're looking forward for the same thing again this year.
Yeah. And can you tell me more about SO College and where and when is it taking place?
SO College is a unique program that was started up here in Rhode Island just before the pandemic began, and then it had to be stopped right before. And what it is, it kind of is similar to what you see with the Unified Champion Schools program, where it's unified sports on school campuses where athletes get to partner with students of the school and get to represent those schools and wear their team colors and jerseys. It's a little bit different, obviously, because in Unified Champion Schools, those students, they're part of that school community. Whereas with SO College, you call us at the office and we'll say if somebody lives in Smithfield, and we'll decide, you know, you live in Smithfield, we're going to assign you to the team that's at Bryant University. And what will happen is you will go to Bryant University for practices, and the unified partners are students that attend Bryant University. And just like with Unified Champion Schools, once the league play begins, you travel to the other colleges that we partner with for the SO College program, and you compete in the unified sports against these other colleges while wearing those colleges' colors. So we partner with Bryant University, Providence College, and the University of Rhode Island. And for the fall, the sport is unified volleyball, just like it is in the high school season. And then in the springtime, when we get to that point next year, it'll be basketball. We just had our first successful SO College season this past spring. It was our first time ever running a full season. So now we're back this fall with offering unified volleyball. And it's open to any athlete between the ages of 18 to 29.
Yeah, well, hopefully this fall will be pretty good for you guys with that.
You know, I had a meeting earlier today, and what's really great is that it's not just a buy-in from the students, it's a buy-in with the athletic departments of these college campuses. We're meeting with the director of intramurals from all three of these schools, and they take a major role in making this program happen. And what I also really enjoy is that every time I've gone on the college campuses, they are present at the games. They come to the tournament. They help facilitate the event. So it's really been a successful partnership so far. It's our first time running volleyball. So if anybody's interested in wanting to participate, all they have to do is call us up at the office, tell us that you're interested. We'll take care of the paperwork piece. We'll assign you to a school, and we'll get you out there.
Yeah. How can athletes sign up for statewide sports?
So the best option right now for statewide sports, we do have, like I mentioned, the tennis program that's going to be coming up. And we also offer a hiking and walking club. The best way to sign up for those programs, Michael, would be to call the office, and the person typically that you would want to ask for is Louise Miller, who is an absolute saint and handles so many calls for us in the office for the program department. And she will make sure that each family, each athlete gets all the information that they need and gets their paperwork handled, and she will tell you when and where you need to be, where you want to go.
So what guidelines do we need to follow in order to participate in our sports safely and protect ourselves from COVID-19?
Well, you know, what I'm excited about since I've taken over the role a little over a year ago is that we've learned a lot of our athletes are vaccinated. And Rhode Island is actually one of the best states in the country in terms of Special Olympics communities, in terms of vaccination rate, not just for athletes, but for our volunteers. So when we were returning to programs last year, what we were anxiously waiting on was guidelines from Special Olympics North America and Special Olympics International to tell us what were those guidelines that we had to follow in terms of masks, in terms of how many people were allowed in a building for an indoor event. So we did have to limit roster sizes, and we had to prevent spectators from coming in. This year's a little bit different. After us learning a little bit more about COVID-19, Special Olympics North America has given a little bit more leeway and has been allowing states to kind of decide on their own what they think is right for their communities. And what we feel right now is, knowing how good we are doing in terms of vaccination and how good we've been at limiting the spread within our own community, is that we are currently not requiring vaccination or masks to participate in Special Olympics in Rhode Island events. That could change over time. If the positivity rate were to go up too high in the state, we potentially would have to ask people to wear masks for indoor events. There is no plan right now to require masks for any outdoor activities for Special Olympics, even if the positivity rate goes past a certain number. We would just probably increase the awareness of social distancing and having hygiene products more readily available and sanitizing products. And as far as indoor activities, like I mentioned before, we may have to ask people to wear masks. But unlike last year, we won't have to cap the numbers, and we won't potentially have to restrict the number of spectators at events, which is kind of what we saw with state games, when we did have to wear face masks to state games, but we didn't tell people that they couldn't come. So I feel like we are trending in a better direction right now.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot better, but most importantly, it's about keeping the athletes safe.
That is our number one priority, is the health and safety of everybody that's involved, and obviously the athletes being our number one priority, because we can't do what we do without you guys being there.
Oh, yeah. If a team isn't participating in fall sports, how else can athletes stay active?
You know, I had mentioned earlier, we have the walking and hiking club, which we do sometimes do as a full cohort that's run by our director of inclusion and our director of Unified Champions Schools and Sports, and that's Stephanie Beaudet. She heads walking clubs usually once every quarter. We also have our online show that we do for fitness taping. It's called Get Up and Move. It's a great way to get a little half-hour workout. I've heard, actually, Michael, that you're a participant at times in Get Up and Move?
Yes, I was. I was a participant on there, and I certainly enjoyed it.
All right. Well, that's a great way. It's readily available whenever you want to do. And also just getting out there and doing things that you enjoy and being active. And everybody's always welcome to, to come see us and come hang out with us and just be part of our community in any way they want to be.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, that get up and move is certainly a big thing, even during the pandemic, and especially the virtual exercises, too, at the beginning of it.
Yes, well, we knew that sometimes some of our athletes need a little bit more motivation, and they like doing things together as a group. So whatever we can do to bring people together to participate is always a huge incentive.
Yeah. Why is athlete input so important?
Athlete input is huge to what we do, and I think that if we don't have the input of the athletes, then we're not best serving the athletes. And you know, we're very lucky that here in Rhode Island, we have a good relationship with all of our athletes and all of our teams. We're not as large of a state where our office is in one end and we might not see teams from the other end of the state. We're fortunate enough to have a relationship with all of you where we can continue to collaborate with athletes and the teams about what do the teams want. I mean, you've been part of Special Olympics for such a long time, Michael, and I'm sure that you know that the times when there were sports that were offered in Rhode Island that are no longer offered anymore, and you're seeing sports that are being offered right now that when you first started were not an option for athletes. And a lot of that is driven by what you guys want. Why would we offer a sport and show up and do that if nobody's going to come and do it? And if there's a demand for a sport, then we need to figure out ways that we can offer those sports. And I'm hoping that, you know, as we return from the pandemic and as we're getting more back into the groove of where we were in 2019 and going into 2020, we're going to continue to see more of that growth that we were seeing going into it.
Yeah, and hopefully in the future we'll see more sports coming up here in Special Olympics Rhode Island. So I thank you for coming on today, and hopefully fall sports will be a pretty good success.
I hope it will, and I look forward to seeing you out there as well, Michael.
We will be right back after these messages.
Welcome back to Special Olympics Rhode Island Magazine. Hi, I'm Mary Ellen Powers. Joining me now is Detective Michael Iacone from the Cranston Police Department and Faith Lockhart, who is the marketing manager at Garden City Center. Welcome to the show, you guys.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you. Michael, can you tell me what the Cranston Police Department Office of Community Outreach is?
Sure. The Community Outreach Office is really a new program that we just started here in Cranston. It's to engage police officers with the public. It's to do community events. It's to raise awareness. It's to raise funds for charitable organizations, and really just to give back to the city of Cranston. We do different things like Shop with a Cop events at Christmas time, turkey drives, and things such as the Special Olympics run coming up in October.
Nice. Now, can you tell me about how your department is involved with Special Olympics?
Sure, we do a lot with the torch run and the different events that Special Olympics has, but this new one that we're doing is going to be bringing the 5K back to Garden City, partnering up with Special Olympics for a fun, great day with both organizations.
Nice, and that's Celebrate the Movement, right?
That is Celebrate the Movement, correct.
Awesome. Faith, can you tell me about Garden City Center, where it's located and what you have to offer?
Yeah, of course. So Garden City Center is located in Cranston, Rhode Island, and we are a lifestyle center that has everything from your favorite shops for clothing and retail and home goods and stuff like that, and also things like restaurants, your favorite restaurants. We have restaurants like Chaska or Tavern in the Square and Avio, which are all community favorites. And then on top of that, Garden City Center also has events throughout the year, everything from summer concerts to family movie nights and charitable events like we are having with the Special Olympics of Rhode Island.
That's awesome. I've been to Garden City plenty of times, but I didn't know about all the events that take place. That's awesome.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of really fun community events, and I think part of what we like to do is not only bring people to the Garden City Center to shop and eat and relax, but also to have those special moments with the community and the families and things like that.
That's awesome. Now, can you tell me about Garden City's partnership with Special Olympics?
Yeah, so this is our second year working with the Special Olympics, and we really enjoy partnering with them. I think they're a wonderful organization that helps do so many great things for the athletes throughout the state of Rhode Island. And so we wanted to find a way where we can get involved because Garden City is so big. We were hoping to find different ways where we can partner with the Special Olympics and help their athletes get out, especially after COVID, and also just get more involved with our community. And so last year we had hosted the first in-person Celebrate the Movement event And that consisted of a walk around Garden City Center. And now this year, we're happy to be able to have the police involved with us too, to do the 5K run as well.
That's great. I participated in the event the first year from home and last year, and it was so much fun. Great to like be around people again and to be able to like get, you know, what you were saying about getting the departments involved. It sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a lot of fun last year, and it was just so nice to be able to see so many people getting out of the house again and having a good time. So we're happy to be involved and happy to be a venue where the community can come out and support.
Can't wait. Michael, where and when is the Cranston Police Department 5K, and what is the registration process?
So it is October 23rd. It is in Garden City Center. It starts, registration kicks off at 8. The 5K starts at 9 a.m., followed by the run. Registration process is easy. Go right to the Special Olympics Rhode Island website. Registration process is on there, as well as you can check Garden City's website and the Cranston Police Department's social media accounts. They'll all have links directing you to the registration process.
Okay, and for athletes who want to participate, or anyone else in the Special Olympics community who wants to get involved, we should just contact the Special Olympics office as well as an option?
That's correct, yep.
Okay. Now, is it an option for people to do additional donations and fundraising when they register?
There is, and there's a link also on the website for that, so that each individual athlete can go out and raise additional funds for Special Olympics.
Okay, and especially for those of us who probably like haven't been very active but want to gear up. Like I remember first year of Celebrate the Movement, I was practicing at least 2 weeks before for doing the walk, and same thing last year. Like we were like trained, and some athletes even got to train with their teams. Like, can you tell me a little bit about the importance of gearing up for that day?
Well, just preparing and getting ready. Yeah, you wanna just do your best that day. It's a big day for all the athletes, whether you walk or run. So it's good just to really mentally prepare as well as physically prepare for the event.
Absolutely. Faith, can you tell me what we can expect for our in-person event for Celebrate the Movement at Garden City?
Absolutely. So there will be 2 portions of the event. There will be a 5K walk and run for the really competitive athletes out there who want to get their race time and really just race to get first place or anything like that. And then for the less serious athletes or friends of the athletes who just want to walk and have a good time and maybe get to hang out with their friends and family, there's a walk around Garden City Center, and it's a half-mile loop around the property. A lot of fun. You get to stroll through the sidewalks and before the stores open and just check everything out, so that's a lot of fun. And then after that, the friends and families and the athletes can all get together at the gazebo. There will be a DJ, they'll have snacks and things like that. So lots of fun, whether you're a really serious athlete or just someone who's looking to have a good time that day.
Awesome. Michael, can you tell me again the date and time of Celebrate the Movement and the 5K, and who people should contact again, please?
Sure. It's going to be October 23rd. It's going to be the Garden City Center. Registration kicks off at 8, and then the festivities start at 9. They can go to the Special Olympics website, as well as the Garden City website and the Cranston Police Department social media sites. We'll all have information posted leading up to the event.
Okay. Well, thank you both very much for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. We'll be right back after these messages.
Welcome back to Special Olympics Rhode Island Magazine. My name is Ryan Fleming, and joining me today is Mary Ellen Powers, the Administrative Assistant and Athlete Leadership Specialist for Special Olympics Rhode Island. So Mary Ellen, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Ryan.
Well, you're welcome. Mary Ellen, so tell me, what is athlete leadership and why is it important?
So athlete leadership is when an athlete participates in a leadership opportunity that is outside of competition. And for example, when we're serving on a committee, or if we're giving a speech as an athlete spokesperson, we are a voice of all athletes, and people listen to what we have to say. And our voices are very important in the Special Olympics movement.
I have to agree on that. I mean, as an athlete, they may be kind of leaders to Special Olympics, and they may be good role models too. So, which leads me to the next question. So, how are you involved with athlete leadership at Special Olympics Rhode Island?
So I serve on 2 committees under Special Olympics North America. One of them is the United States Unified Leadership Committee. I'm an athlete leader on that committee, and I'm at-large member on the United States Athlete Leadership Council. And I do a lot of behind-the-scenes work with athlete leadership on those committees. Like, I've learned about the new curriculum because we used to have old materials, but now there's all new materials, so I've learned about that. And part of my role with being the athlete leadership specialist for Special Olympics Rhode Island is to help implement the goals and the new curriculum here in Rhode Island. And I'm also working with Jerry Walter and her team on athlete leadership on reorganizing athlete leadership as a whole for Special Olympics Rhode Island.
Wow, transitioning from old stuff to new stuff may be a little challenging, but athlete leadership is the best.
It's so much fun.
Absolutely. So, Mary Ellen, tell me, I understand that you're going to Germany to participate in a global congress in 2023. So tell me, what are you most excited about this opportunity, and what are you most looking forward to?
I was very shocked when I found out about it. I was one of 4 athletes from the United States Athlete Leadership Council who got selected to participate in this Congress. There will be 12 participants altogether, and our task is to create a project that will benefit athlete leadership at our states and programs, because there will be other countries participating as well. And my project is create an athlete leadership university. And that'll be new for something for Rhode Island, and I'm excited to make it happen.
Oh, I'm very excited that you're creating an athlete leadership university. It's going to be a good project, which leads to our next question. So could you explain to me what athlete leadership university is, and what are the goals are in order to make the program succeed?
So an athlete leadership university will be a series of classes that athletes will take in order to become an athlete leader. Athletes who will participate in the university must have already completed Intro to Athlete Leadership and Understanding Leadership. My goal is to have 3 majors so that these will be the roles that athletes want to participate in. For example, the majors will be athlete spokesperson, which is formerly known as global messenger. There will be athlete representative. An example of that would be serving on a committee, such as a committee at the office, or our state athlete leadership council, or even the board of directors. And also something new would be healthy athletes messengers.
Ooh, that's interesting, actually. Yeah. Really interesting to make Athlete Leadership University happen.
Yeah, so all athletes will participate in 3 courses for the major that they want to study. And they'll be trained with all the new materials under Special Olympics North America on athlete leadership. And if they want to be an athlete leader, they must complete the necessary courses. And it's going to take a while before the classes are offered, because I'm currently in the research phase and developing it, and because this is something new for Rhode Island, but I've learned that other states and programs have had successful athlete leadership universities, so I'm working on reaching out to those states so I can get their feedback and hear from other athletes in other states who have participated in them before, so that they can help me be successful with creating this for Rhode Island.
Yeah, I understand, like, Rhode Island's definitely new to the athlete leadership. It's kind of amazing, but, like, it's going to take year by year to make Rhode Island the best in athlete leadership.
Yeah, well, we've had athlete leadership for a long time, but, and we've had classes before, but, like, creating the university is a whole new style.
Ah, makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to ask you a question now.
Oh, that's good.
So I know you were recently trained in athlete leadership. Can you tell me a little bit about the courses that you took and what your experience was like?
So I've been taking athlete leadership courses through the Villanova study, and through not just Rhode Island, but different parts of the United States, like Illinois, California, you name it. And the athlete leadership courses you have to take are like Intro to Athlete Leadership, Understanding Athlete Leadership, and basically like what is your next steps going forward through athlete leadership training.
Nice. And you also took the athlete representative course too, right?
Yes, that too. That's what I forget.
Okay. And what is your goal as an athlete leader, and why is it important to you?
Well, my goal as an athlete leader, to be honest, I mean, it's to become a great coach. And like recently, I've attended 22 USA Games as an athlete coach, and I wanted to expand on that from the Villanova study as an athlete coach, like helping as an athlete, being a role model for other athletes and coaches to make sure that they succeed in sports. And it's important to me as an athlete leader because I just want to bring back something that Special Olympics have helped me over my last 12 years as an athlete and maybe as a coach.
Good.
And so turning back, so Mary Ellen, tell me, what are the requirements in order to be an athlete leader?
In order to be an athlete leader, athletes must be at least 16 years old, and they need to be able to attend the necessary courses, and they must have a mentor with them. And it's important that they have a mentor because no matter what ability level we have, it's important to have somebody with you to help guide you through the classes and be there for you when you need it. But at the same time, the mentors can't do the work for the athlete or speak for them. This is a responsibility and an honor for the athlete, and it's their turn to shine, and the mentor is there to guide them and help them.
Yeah, I have to agree. Like mentors may be coaches to athletes who help the athlete leader, and that's why it's called advocating for yourself, which is absolutely amazing.
Exactly. And also as a requirement, athletes need to fully participate in the trainings, and they must especially have the passion and the motivation to be an athlete leader.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely have to be passionate and motivated, feel ready to be an athlete leader. That's the characteristics of an athlete leader from my perspective. So, Mary Ellen, what advice would you give to other athletes and athlete leaders who are watching this at home?
If you want to make a difference and become an athlete leader or continue to be one, you got to work hard and do your best. We need more strong athlete leaders.
Absolutely. I mean, the more strong athlete leaders we get, the better the athlete leaders should get, and I have to agree on that. So finally, if athletes, for example, are new to this athlete leadership and they're interested in becoming an athlete leader, so who should they contact?
So Jerry Walter oversees athlete leadership for Special Olympics Rhode Island, and I help her. So I'm like her assistant with that. So contact Jerry first at 349-4900. And her email, jerry@specialolympicsri.org. And if someone wants to contact me and I can work with Jerry, same phone number, and then my email, maryellen@specialolympicsri.org.
Mary Ellen, thank you for your time for this interview.
Thank you.
We'll be back after these messages.
Welcome back to Special Olympics Rhode Island Magazine. My name is Mary Irons, and I have some upcoming events to share with you. On October 2nd, the traditional soccer tournament at Soccer Skills Tournament will be held at Colt State Park. The 18th Annual Rhode Island Troopers Association Sporting Clays Fun Shoot will be held at the Preserve at Boulder Hills on Sunday, October 9th. On October 22nd, the Special Olympics Rhode Island Tennis Tournament will be held at Providence College. Be sure to mark your calendars for the annual Special Olympics Rhode Island Celebrate the Movement Walk-a-thon on Sunday, October 23rd at Garden City Center. New to this event this year will be the addition of a 5K road race presented by the Cranston Police Dept. On Sunday, October 30th, the annual Fall Festival will be held at Bryant University. Competition includes unified flag football skills, unified bocce, and unified cornhole. For more information on any upcoming events, please visit our website at www.specialolympicsri.org or call 401-349-1900. Thank you for joining us this month on Special Olympics Rhode Island Magazine. See you next month.